Hi there, I'm Dana. Welcome to this week's video. Today I want to talk about making exceptions to the rule. I've had a few questions come in lately where people have had great success with the program, everything's going well, but they're so scared to do anything different that it's paralyzing them. I had one lady call me the other day and say, well, I was going to go away for the night, but now I'm so nervous that she's not going to sleep well, I'm going to cancel, and I'll just stay home. And I don't want to see people doing that either, because I think trips and travel and going out for an afternoon are all part of having a fulfilling life. So I certainly do not want to confine people to their homes for the rest of their child's life. So I'm going to give you some tips today for making exceptions to the rule. Now, the first thing to keep in mind is your child's temperament. I can tell you, I have 3 children. My first son, his temperament was such that every time I tried to make an exception to the rule, he did not like it. And I would pay the price for that for the next 3 days. He just was very rigid in his sleep needs, and he didn't have a lot of wiggle room. And so knowing that, I had to be really cautious and careful and think hard and long about making any changes to his schedule. Was it worth it or not? And occasionally it was, you know, if it's just an unavoidable event where he's going to be a little late for bedtime, then okay, I'll let that happen and pay the price. But I didn't do it often because it just wasn't worth it for me. So that's going to be the first thing you need to look at. And I would say try it once or twice and you'll know what kind of a child you have. You probably already do know, it's not going to work for him. And if that's the case, then just know that eventually he's going to phase out of these 3 naps to 2 to 1. You're going to have a bit more freedom and space in your day. But for now, this might just be where you are. Now, my youngest daughter, she was a very easygoing baby, and if we pushed her a little out of her schedule, she just went with the flow, right? She didn't really get fussy. She wouldn't sleep that great out and about in the car or the stroller, but she would just patiently wait until she got home and then take her nap. And so it really was an okay thing to shift her schedule around now and then. But I still didn't do it very often. I mean, even to this day, my kids are 14, 12, and 10, and I don't alter their schedule much at all because I know that our body clocks work best when there's consistency in the sleep schedule. So even for myself, I'm pretty strict about my own bedtime and my own wake-up times because I know that I feel better and they're going to feel better and do better through their day. So there's not a whole lot of wiggle room. But again, you know, if we're going out to a family function or there's a birthday party, or, you know, occasionally I will bend the rules a little bit around our sleep schedule, but it's not often. Now, if you're going to do it with your baby through the day, you have to think ahead to what will be the nap scenario. So occasionally I used to take my son to a girlfriend's house for coffee in the afternoons. I'd bring my playpen along, I'd set it up, I'd do a bit of his routine together in a bedroom, and I'd put him down for his nap there. Or I would plan to bring my stroller along and make sure that he had, you know, some space to sleep when it was nap time when we were out and about. Or occasionally I'd plan a car trip around the nap so that he would nap in the car. So just plan ahead, think it through a little bit. Where will be the opportunity to sleep when sleep is needed? Because it's really not fair to expect or not offer a sleep solution when your baby's needs for sleep are high. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. So I would say once you've got a really good foundation, and I would say about a month of really good nights, easy bedtimes, pretty decent nap schedule, then experiment. Try 1 nap out and about, see what happens. Push the bedtime 30 minutes later, see what happens. And you will see and you'll know quite quickly whether or not this is something you can do a little more often or something, you can't really do too much at all. But just keep in mind that this is just a phase, and as your child grows, things will become a little easier, you'll have a bit more freedom, and for now this might be just where you are. Thanks for watching. Sleep well.